Every night, we look up at the stars, quiet, distant, eternal. But what if I told you that inside those glowing points lies the secret of you? Every single sparkle is a forge, a living, burning cauldron where the universe creates itself anew. The gold in your jewelry, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen in every breath you take, all of it born inside stars. It's almost unbelievable, isn't it? Those distant suns are not just shining, they're building. They're cosmic factories, turning simple hydrogen into the elements of life. And the way it happens is one of the most breathtaking, violent, and miraculous processes in the cosmos. Tonight, we'll dive into the heart of a star to witness the universe's oldest magic, alchemy. We'll see how stars forge matter, how they die in bursts of brilliance, and how their ashes became everything we know. Because the story of stars is ultimately the story of us. So next time you gaze at the night sky, remember, you're not looking at light. You're looking at history, the creation of existence, unfolding over billions of years. This is stellar alchemy, how the stars turned light into life. Let's turn back the clock to a universe still in its infancy. Billions of years ago, before worlds, before life, there was only gas. Hydrogen and helium. That's it. No oxygen, no iron, no carbon, no planets. If you had drifted through that early cosmos, you wouldn't find anything solid. No rocks, no oceans, just a vast, glowing fog, simple, beautiful, and barren. Then came the first stars. Enormous, brilliant, short-lived. They burned fast, living only a few million years before dying in spectacular explosions. And in those deaths, they changed everything. Those explosions scattered the first metals, carbon, oxygen, iron, across the void. Tiny grains of heavy atoms, drifting like cosmic ashes through space. Astronomers call every element heavier than helium a metal. Not the kind in guitars, but the kind that builds worlds. And this was the moment the universe learned chemistry. The moment it learned how to build. Those scattered atoms became seeds. They mixed with clouds of gas, cooled, and gathered again under gravity's patient pull. From those ashes, new stars were born. Stars richer and more complex than their ancestors. Stars that would shine longer and create even more. The cycle had begun. The universe evolving through death and rebirth. Every generation of stars adding new ingredients to the cosmic recipe. From simplicity came complexity. From emptiness, creation. This was the dawn of true alchemy. The cosmos was no longer static. It had learned to transform itself. Now, let's step inside a star. Imagine a sphere 1,000,000 times bigger than Earth, burning with the energy of creation itself. As we move inward, temperatures climb into the millions. Pressure builds until atoms can no longer resist. They collide, fuse, transform. This is fusion, the heartbeat of every star. Hydrogen atoms merge to form helium, releasing pure energy. That light, that warmth, is what you see when you look at the stars. Einstein's equation, E equals mc squared, describes it perfectly. A tiny bit of mass becomes energy and multiplied by the speed of light squared. It's unimaginable power. Our sun alone converts about 4 million tons of matter into light every second. Every single second. But fusion doesn't stop at helium. As stars age, they get creative, new reactions ignite. Helium becomes carbon, carbon becomes oxygen, oxygen becomes silicon. Inside massive stars, the core becomes layered, like an onion made of fire. Each shell fuses different elements, each step building something new. It's a cosmic assembly line, powered by physics, pressure, and time. But there's a catch. Fusion can't go on forever. When the core produces iron, everything stops. Iron doesn't release energy when fused, it consumes it. And without that energy, the star's delicate balance collapses. Gravity, silent, patient, wins. The core implodes, inward, faster than thought. The outer layers fall, crash, rebound. And in that moment, the most powerful explosion in the universe ignites. The final act of stellar alchemy has begun. When a massive star dies, it doesn't fade quietly. It erupts. The core collapses under gravity's crushing pull. In a fraction of a second, it shrinks from the size of a planet to the size of a city, then rebounds violently. A supernova, for a brief moment, it can outshine an entire galaxy. Its light travels across billions of years, reaching eyes that didn't exist when it began. But what happens inside that chaos is pure creation. The explosion's energy is so immense that atoms are ripped apart and slammed back together into brand new forms. Gold, silver, uranium, iodine, the heaviest elements, born in the blink of a cosmic eye. Think about it. The gold on your ring, the copper in your wires, the calcium in your bones, all forged in the dying breath of a star. It's the most beautiful kind of recycling imaginable. And sometimes, after the explosion, what's left behind is a neutron star, a sphere of matter so dense that a teaspoon of it would weigh 1 billion tons. When two neutron stars collide, the impact sends ripples through space-time itself, gravitational waves, and forges even more of those rare elements like gold and platinum, the universe's ultimate forge. Every death becomes a beginning. The shattered remains of one generation become the raw material for the next. Over millions of years, those ashes spread, cool, and mix with the gas of space. And slowly, gravity pulls them together again. From destruction comes renewal. From death, creation. That's stellar alchemy. Every supernova writes another line in the story of existence. Out in the dark, clouds of gas and dust float, faintly glowing, full of the ashes of dead stars. Over time, gravity gathers these clouds together, slowly, almost like the universe breathing. They spin, collapse, and ignite in their centers as new stars are born. Around each young star, a disk of leftover dust swirls. And inside that disk, the magic continues. Tiny grains stick together, first dust, then pebbles, then rocks. Collisions form planetesimals. And after countless impacts, worlds emerge. These aren't empty spheres. They're rich, infused with the elements from ancient suns. Carbon, oxygen, silicon, iron. That's how Earth formed, from recycled stardust, from atoms that had already lived other lives in other stars. When you pick up a stone, you're holding something billions of years old. When you drink water, you're tasting molecules once carried in the breath of stars. It's humbling, isn't it? The idea that our planet is literally built from the ashes of cosmic giants. Stars didn't just make light, they made homes. They made places for life to begin. And among those worlds, orbiting one small yellow star, life did begin. And one day, that life would look back at the sky and realize the truth of its own origins. Now let's zoom in from galaxies to the tiniest scales of chemistry. Somewhere on one of those new worlds, something extraordinary began. Out of stardust came life. Life's recipe is simple but miraculous. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur. Just 6 elements, all of them born in stars. Carbon is the star of the show. It's flexible, bonding in endless patterns, chains, rings, lattices, forming the foundation of DNA, proteins, and everything organic. Without carbon's creativity, life as we know it couldn't exist. And oxygen, the breath of life, forged in stars as well. Every breath you take is a memory of fusion. It's poetic, isn't it? The universe spent billions of years perfecting the chemistry needed to make something that could wonder where it came from. Life is the cosmos made self-aware. Atoms that once burned in stellar hearts now think, feel, and dream. From the hearts of stars came the hearts of living beings. That's not just science. It's the poetry of existence. The story doesn't end there. Even now, across billions of galaxies, stars are being born, living, and dying, continuing the same endless rhythm. It's the universe's heartbeat, each generation enriching the next, each death planting the seeds of new creation. The Milky Way, our home galaxy, is one vast factory of elements. Every supernova adds a note to the cosmic symphony. Every newborn star carries forward the legacy of billions of ancestors. And the cycle continues, matter becoming energy, energy becoming life, life returning to matter. Nothing truly ends. It only changes form. The atoms in your body, the iron in your blood, the carbon in your breath, once danced in the cores of ancient suns. The same atoms will one day return to the cosmos, beginning the cycle again. We are part of that endless transformation. A verse in the Song of the Stars. For most of human history, we had no idea. We looked up at the stars and saw mystery, distant fires, gods, or lanterns in the sky. Then science gave us new eyes. In the 20th century, astronomers began splitting starlight with prisms and spectrographs, turning it into rainbows of data. And hidden within those rainbows were fingerprints, unique spectral lines showing which elements lived inside the stars. When scientists compared those fingerprints to the elements on Earth, they matched hydrogen, helium, carbon, iron, the same stuff. Cecilia Payne first discovered that stars are mostly hydrogen and helium, rewriting everything we thought we knew. Later, Fred Hoyle and others realized that heavier elements were created inside stars. And suddenly, humanity understood something profound. We are literally made of starlight. The iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, the oxygen in our lungs, all forged billions of years before we were born. That realization changed everything. The universe wasn't distant anymore. It was within us. When we gaze at the night sky now, we're not just looking out. We're looking in. We're seeing our own story reflected back in light. So now, when you look up at the stars, remember this. You are looking at your own history. Every atom in your body has lived through stars. Hydrogen from the dawn of time. Carbon from dying suns. Iron from ancient supernovae. You are ancient, billions of years old in essence. Your body, your breath, your thoughts, all carry the memory of the cosmos. Carl Sagan once said, "We are a way for the cosmos to know itself." And that's the truth written in every cell. When you think, when you love, when you look at the sky, the universe is observing itself through you. It's humbling. It's beautiful. And it means that no matter how small we feel, we're part of something vast and eternal. Stars die so that life can begin. Life ends so that more stars can form. The cycle never stops. It only transforms. So when you see a star tonight, don't just see light in the dark. See your origin story. See your connection to everything that ever was. You are the universe, given consciousness. You are its memory, its poetry, its reflection. And so, the stars became the alchemists of creation, turning simple hydrogen into gold, iron, oxygen, and life itself. They didn't just shine, they built. They forged the elements, scattered them across space, and gave the universe the power to dream. But this is only part of the cosmic story, because those stars gathered into vast families, swirling cities of light we call galaxies. And within one of them, a modest yellow star was born. Around it, a collection of planets, one of which would become home. In our next episode, we'll journey into that story, the birth of the Milky Way, the formation of the sun, and how our little corner of the universe came to life. The stars gave us the elements. The galaxy gave us a home.